Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here. This is the final in the available options for 1979 All Star Wrestling. This is December, or actually, there's one more. So, second to final. December 15th, 1979 is our foray here. And 1979, as we have learned, has been an interesting year for a number of reasons. Bunches of stars, which are major forces in the 80s, have been featured here. Speaking of featured, though, Andre the Giant in town, taking on two men as he is wont to do. Andre, of course, still a touring attraction all across the U.S. territories and internationally upon occasion as well, including, I think, Australia. Pretty big stopover for Andre back in the day. But Andre the Giant, Pete Doherty, and John Buford handicap match 143, pinning both guys at the same time, doing the basic giant strongman spots as it were, and Andre certainly proving to be a fan favorite. Not a big surprise there. Guy that big, guy that mammoth, and guy that unique looking and behaving, going to be a guy that most people enjoy seeing. Then, oddly enough, we see Hulk Hogan right up against Andre the Giant back to back. A little subliminal advertising there. Hogan punch kick, leg drop included. He managed by Fred Blassie, 233. And he is going up against Dan Patrick and right around Andre the Giant. So the idea of even teasing them being back to back in matches to the point where you might consider them being guys who ultimately might cross paths somewhere in the future is here. Obviously, they do Shea Stadium in the summer of 1980, but we don't know that here. But it makes sense that they're going in that direction to get Hogan to a whole nother level. Do they know they're doing it here? Maybe subliminally. Do they know intellectually they're doing it here? Most likely not. Anyway, Hogan with the purple and yellow robe. Lots of punch kick, lots of basic stuff, nothing necessarily worth writing home about. Hogan gets the bear hug win and a victory. Captain Lou Albano endorsing the Samoans. Once again, the promo basically saying that they are the Samoan family. They are to be honored and respected, his wild Samoans, and bringing in Peter Maivia, name into it among other island individuals. Albano talking about them being the future of wrestling in a lot of ways. They go on to have a match right after the interview. Interesting that they would switch up interview, match, interview, match. Albano actually wearing jeans and a rather loud orange shirt here in this run. 8:56 is the time of this particular match, and they are obviously getting ready for the tag team championship here going into 1980, but we obviously don't fully know that yet. Anyway, Wild Samoans defeating Johnny Rivera and Savannah Souza, 8:56. Souza is pinned by the Samoans. Obviously, Samoans not going to give you a lot of technical acclimate, as it wouldn't fit with the gimmick nor the viewpoint of the time of what people would expect from them. Obviously, they could have done more in that direction had they been allowed to, but punch kick, brawl, and hard headedness is the way to go. Nerve holds, headlocks, hammerlocks, and basic things. Both Afa and Sika are massive in size and powerful all the way around, to be sure. We kind of see a cutoff there. We go to the next in the series of matches, which for this particular edition happens to be running towards a Dominic DeNucci pinning Jose Estrada 9:11. Not quite sure why there needs to be a nearly 10 minutes Dominic DeNucci match to close out 19 and 79, but there does. DeNucci going along with hammerlocks, body slams, basic stuff, trying to get submissions. They worked the hammerlock for several minutes due to DeNucci and the enhancement talent here. DeNucci gets into a bit of a brawl eventually. A long way from being tag team championship partners with Bravo a couple years before. Short knee lifts and other basic things by DeNucci. DeNucci also takes the man down, tries to get the front face lock and side headlocks in, tries to get submissions where he can. Danucci obviously does get the victory and has a reasonably intense and longer interview with Bruno Sammartino, putting over the Italian heritage, as it were. Maybe they're doing that because they're closing the program with Hussein Arab, aka the Iron Sheik, and Fred Blassie. This match kind of getting the Sheik ready for more of his foray into further pushedness throughout wrestling, although he's not really pushed here that quickly. Angelo Gomez is his opponent, 2 minutes and 44 seconds, the time of the fall, and punch kick, the fireman's carry takeover, basic stuff, choking the man out, trying to get submissions, and also the elevated suplex by Hussein Arab, aka later the Iron Sheik. We will close with that for this particular foray into things. We'll be back with more right after this.